Yeah. Okay, today is September 29, 2015. This is Christy Horton from the Women's Empowerment Center. Thank you for coming to speak to our students, Ms. Horton. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you guys for having me over. I want to talk to you about a little bit about the services that we can offer to you and also to your family and friends. What makes the Empowerment Center a little different, and often people refer to us as the Women's Center. It's all the same thing. We also have a community component, so as well as serving you, we can also serve your families. They don't have to be students here. So we're one of the few places on campus that offer services to non-students. So because of the new Alamo Advise model, and because you guys are in your program now, you may not be as familiar with or have had to deal with Alamo Advise, but it's a new model that has been adopted by Alamo colleges. And as such, we have caseloads. We used to be able to kind of see whoever walked in our door. We would provide services to them, but now it's a little bit different. So we're limited as to what services we can provide to students that are not on our caseload. We have about 1,100 students that are on our caseload. So if you happen to be one of those, we have more services, but there are still services that we can provide to you if you're not on our caseload. So obviously those are the services that I'm going to talk to you about today. So the first one that I always start with is free printing. Although your professor has told me that you guys have that here, so you're probably like, but most students don't have that. So at 10 cents a page, that's a real big deal. So if you have friends that are in other programs that don't have access to the free printing here, you can certainly send them our way and they can print 20 pages per day for free. So you get a paper due, you get something, a resume you need to print out, anything like that. We have a lab that's just dedicated to typing and printing. So that's our most popular service. We also have a community lab, so whether you're on our caseload or not, if you need to come in and just sit in a lab and write a paper and print it out, or if you need to get on ACES and check your email, you need to have an online class and you need to get on there and do some work, we have a lab that's open during 8 to 5 with the exception of 12 to 1. So you're welcome to just come in there and take advantage of that. Because it's a community lab, we also have services for the community. So if you know anyone that needs typing skills, we have Mavis Beacon, which is obviously you guys don't need that, but if you know anyone that does, we have Mavis Beacon so they can come in and work on their typing skills. Hi, come on in. Hello. Especially important if they're trying to get a job. Everyone needs, basic typing skills, not keyboarding skills to get a job. So we have that. We also have Rosetta Stone. So if you or someone that's interested in learning a second language, very important in the job market nowadays that you have a second language if at all possible, we have Rosetta Stone. So if you know people from other countries that are trying to learn English, they can practice Rosetta Stone to learn English, or vice versa. If you're trying to learn Spanish, Italian, Russian, Japanese, whatever the case. We have 5 licenses, so if we have a license available at that time, you're welcome to come in and use it. We do ask if you're going to use it that you come at least twice a week for an hour. That way it's getting used and not just sitting there. Okay. We offer, hi, come on in. We offer quite a few scholarships. One of our advisors is actually a scholarship expert. She administers and manages a lot of our scholarships, so I brought some information for you on that. So let me go ahead and pass that out. These are all the scholarships that are active right now. Pass those around.
For those of you coming in late, I'm obviously recording this and it'll be up on Wiki later for the little bit that you missed. You guys got here probably about 3 minutes after she started, so just missed a little bit.
Okay, so in addition to what you see there are 2 current scholarships that aren't on there, so I just want to tell you about those briefly. There's a United Way Child Care Scholarship, and that requires that you be taking at least 6 hours and working part-time. If that's the case, then and obviously you need child care, and then you would be eligible for that. The deadline for that is October the 12th. And again, any of these that you have questions about or you need help writing the essay or filling out the application, you can come to our center and see Bertha Castellanos. She will help you with all of that. She's wonderful. She'll spend a lot of time with you. She'll even help you find scholarships, identify scholarships. Obviously, that's a general handout. There are scholarships on there that are just for nursing students. Doesn't apply to you. So not everything on there will apply to you. It's just general scholarships that are active right now. But some of those would apply to you. So if you need money and you need help applying for the money, come see Bertha, and she'll help you get everything set up. She's excellent with that. And she does that in addition to managing her caseload. So she'd be happy to see you, 8 to 5 normal business hours. She's typically there. She sees a lot of students. The other one we have is the Live Your Dream Scholarship. That's due on November 15th. And that's open to women who are the sole providers for their family. So if that applies to you, that's a very generous scholarship, by the way. So any of these you have questions about, please call Bertha, or you can call this is the main number. You can call and ask for Bertha if there's a certain scholarship that interests you, and she's very nice, very patient. She'll answer all your questions and give you all the help that you need.
Again, is that one strictly for female head of household?
It does not, let's see here.
Living Your Dream, is that I think you said?
Living Your Dream is for women.
Okay.
United Way Child Care Scholarship, it doesn't differentiate. So it would be anyone enrolled in 6 hours or more, working 19 hours, with a minimum GPA of 2.5, and obviously in need of child care. But it doesn't differentiate. I think a lot of times people make the assumption that because you're the Women's Center, you just work with women. And for a long time, guys wouldn't even come over because they were scared, they would be the only guy. But we have a lot of guys that come in and use our services. So if you have male friends, send them over. We'd be happy to help them. It's not just women.
As far as I know, we only have one male head of household in our program.
Okay.
Yeah. Several females.
Okay.
How about 2? Roland and Jonathan.
He didn't have kids.
Oh.
Yeah,
Roland has kids.
because you said you have to have children for
One
that
is
Living Your
United
Dream,
Way
right?
Child Care Scholarship.
But Living Your Dream, don't you have to have
Living Your
kids?
Dream is just for women.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Federal household, okay.
Very
Yeah.
generous awards. Deadline is November the 12th.
Yeah, okay.
So there was 2 scholarships, the United Way Child Care Scholarship and the Live Your Dream Scholarship,
Okay.
that aren't on that handout. Okay,
Okay.
and then she said around October, November, we start getting information on all the scholarships for spring. Okay. So anyway, any questions about that, give her a call. She'd be happy to help you. We like to see our students graduate debt-free, and so scholarships is a great way to do that. Okay, so for community, one of the, and you know what else I forget? I can't believe I forgot this. Our Parent-Child Scholarship. It's through LULAC. In fact, we just had the ceremony last Friday. If you have children under the age of 6, you can apply for the LULAC Parent-Child Scholarship. We give $25 a year. And the way that works is if you're awarded the scholarship and you complete your education, and you don't have to be an incoming freshman to do it, you can do it at any point, but you get the scholarship for the duration of your associates here. So if you complete that associates, then your child is automatically awarded a 2-year scholarship as well for any Alamo college. So that's a very popular one. We just had that ceremony. Dr. Leslie comes, Dr. Bella's there. A lot of people from the city come for that one because it's a LULAC, it's a city-funded award. So yeah, 25 single parents, men and women, came with their children and accepted their scholarship award. So they'll be starting in the fall with that scholarship. So that's a great scholarship. Lots of money out there. A lot of times people think, oh, scholarships, you have to be extremely competitive and write these, Harvard level essays, and you don't. Maybe you need some help, and that's what Bertha is there for. But there's a lot of money out there. You just need to be able to identify it and fill out the paperwork properly, and a lot of times you'll get the scholarship. Okay, so if that's something you need, please see Bertha about that. So on to our community component. One of the larger programs that we have is a GED class. So if obviously not you because you're here, but if you have family members or friends that are in need of GED, they want to go to school but they don't have their GED, we offer the program through SAISD, but it's done at the Empowerment Center. The classes are there. Everything is paid for. You know, there is a commitment from the students. They have to be there Monday through Thursday. But everything is paid for, their books, and then we have a program, a city program that we transition them into to assist them with their tuition, their books, transportation, et cetera. So it's a very good program if you know anyone that needs to get their GED, wants to come to SAC, but that's a barrier for them, of course, because you have to have a high school diploma or a GED. So that's a great way for them to get on the college track. I actually brought the handout for that. If you're interested, take one. If not, just pass it on back. Hi, come on. Typically, we also offer career services. We have a whole program for career services. So when you graduate and you're looking for a job, do you have internal resources that help with job placement in your program?
We have 100% placement, so we're pretty good.
Never mind. Okay, well, maybe you have friends in other departments. We do have our own career center. Services right now are suspended because our career counselor is out on maternity leave, but she'll be back in January. So friends in other departments, many departments don't have their own placement programs, especially if they're academic versus technical. And so they can come to us and we will assist them. And also with the community, we get a lot of referrals from like Alamo WorkSource, other places for community members, non-students that need assistance with polishing up their resume, getting ready for interviews, and getting jobs. So if you have family members that are looking for work and need help, you can send them our way as of January. And we'll be happy. And all of our services are free. Okay, whether you're a student or not, everything that we offer is free. The last thing, well, actually two things. I brought you a bookmark. On it is our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is where we post all of our information. As scholarships become available, they get posted there. Our big women's conference that we do in May, that's also free, that all the information on that gets posted there. So all of our workshops, everything that we offer, the first place to hear about it is on Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and pass those around. And the last thing I'm going to give you isn't really so much related to the Empowerment Center. Our services are on here, but there are a lot of resources on campus. You'd be surprised how often I talk to students that are in their last semester and they say, oh, I never knew that was here, this was here, and all this stuff is free and it's available to you to help you succeed. So I'm going to go ahead and give you this. All the resources on campus are on here. You'll see ours on here as well. Okay, so if you need help, certainly ask your professor. Come see us. Take a look at this. There's a lot of stuff on here to help you.
And again, don't look at it as that it's free. Look at it as the fact that you've paid tuition, and this is paid for by your tuition dollars. So I mean, you've paid for it. You've earned the right to avail yourself of these services. So take advantage of it. Again, you've paid for it. It's not that it's a handout. It's something you've paid for. Books, supplies. You'll offer any assistance with any of that?
We used to offer that. Now it's only available to our caseloads.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you weren't already in the system as a case, as part of the caseload, then that's no longer something people can get into?
Actually, yes and no. We have a little technical glitch, so I'll let you in on the secret.
Okay.
We have a new advisor that I'm assuming at this point in the program, they've had a faculty advisor assigned to them?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, so if you have an advisor assigned to you, then you wouldn't be eligible, but if you have...
No, they haven't.
If you
Let me back
happen
that
to
up a
not,
little.
there's a banner screen that we look at to see if you have an advisor. If you have an advisor and you come to see us for any of the services that are exclusive to our caseload, then we're going to give you a little pink form that says, this is who your advisor is, please go see them.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't have an advisor, or like for your students that are just coming into the program, we have a new advisor. We're trying to build her caseload. So if you come over and say, hey, I don't have an advisor, I need to see someone, we can put you on her caseload. And then you would be eligible for all of the services, the textbook lending, the school supplies, etc. And we feel saddened that we've had to do this because we used to just make these services available to everyone, the transportation, the book lending, you know, the food vouchers. We used to be able to do all that for whoever came in and needed those services, but unfortunately, in adopting the new model, we've had to cut back some. So, but again, if you don't have an advisor and you want to sign up with one of ours, we can do that. But if you have an advisor assigned to you already, we can't change it in the system. So that's kind of what we got for you. There are still many opportunities there in terms of, you know, scholarships, GED classes if you have family that needs those. Any questions about any of those services?
I know obviously you have a long list there of scholarships. Do you know if there's anything in there for Native American students on there?
I don't think there is specific to that list, but Bertha could probably come up with a list for Native American students.
Okay.
That's her niche, that's her expertise.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was her name?
Bertha Castellanos. And this is the main number. You can just call and ask for Bertha.
Oh, good. Okay. Any other questions?
You said it was going to be available on the wiki. Do we have
The video.
access to your class?
It'll be on the SAC dictation homepage,
Okay,
the one that Miss Mallon does.
okay.
And the other thing, I mentioned it earlier in passing, our annual WE conference that we do here at the McAllister every May. We don't have the materials for it yet, so I couldn't bring anything. Have any of you been to the WE conference? You've been to the WE conference? Okay, we do it every May. There's about 500 women that attend, students and community. It's open to everybody. It's a full-day event. We always have a keynote speaker. We have workshops for you to go to. We feed you lunch. And we offer about $25,000 in scholarships. Not to one person, of course. It's spread out. But you'll, in probably February, March, you'll see on Facebook that we've opened up those scholarships. You write an essay, and if you're selected, then you come to the WE conference and you go up on stage. Dr. Vella's there, and we award the scholarship to you, and then you start using it in the fall.
Dr. Vella, in case you all don't know,
That's our
he's the president of San
yes.
Antonio College.
Yeah.
And Dr. Leslie, she referred to earlier, is the chancellor for the district.
So when they show up, it's obviously quite an honor. So they were at our scholarship ceremony. Or Dr. Vella comes to our WE conference. Dr. Leslie, I don't think, has ever been there. But it's a really nice ceremony, and the scholarships range anywhere from $250 to $1,000. There's, you know, that's $1,000 can go a long way toward tuition and food and rent, etc. So and the only eligibility for that. For the WE conference is that you register. We just want to know you're coming so we have enough food for you. But it's a really good event. And you can bring your friends because we allow community members. You can bring your friends, bring your family. As long as you're a woman, you can be there. So I encourage you to take advantage of that event when you can. Any other questions about anything?
Anything? Well, thank you very much for coming.
Sure, thank
We
you.
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate the
Your
time.
phone number is on the video as well.
Okay.
Your name's up there. And then the other lady was Bertha that you
Bertha,
mentioned.
mhm.
And she's strictly scholarships?
Well, she's an advisor, so she has a caseload.
Okay.
But she'll also see you, even if you're not on her caseload, but if you need information on scholarships or need help filling out applications, doing the essay, she'll still meet with you to do that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.